Timer? No timer? I'm going to put the timer on.
You need to make a decision and stick to it. I think that's the because we did, then we didn't.
I don't have to do anything.
Do you want to do the timer?
Do you want the timer? Do you like the jingle?
I couldn't really hear it last time, but I liked you dancing to it. That was quite cute.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll put the timer on, and we'll play it from there.
Literally, you just having like a little.
But before we have a timer, we need to find out what we're chatting about.
Yeah.
Are you ready? How ready are you?
Ready.
Give me a scale 1 to 10. No, actually,
on how ready I am.
1 to 6.
Oh. 1.
Oh, no, you're not ready.
I'm not ready. No, I'm ready. Like, go, whatever.
The question is, I've started it. What do you think of tour group packages?
I've got no opinion.
Good. No, thank God. It's been years. I've been sitting on these scathing reviews of those goddamn tour group packages. Suddenly, I now have a platform.
Have you ever done one?
I don't know. Like, I don't think so.
I have no opinion.
Are we? Is this going to be the first time where we? Do you want to read you? Do you want to?
You have to, surely. What are we going to say?
I mean, time is ticking. We now have the timer. Like,
no, the question again, because no, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing.
Okay, wow. See that part again. So I think maybe it is just my combative nature. I feel like we should fight. I'm tempted to fight you.
The question.
Not fight the question. Just fight you in the fact that no, Katherine, we have 30 minutes. We're legally obligated to talk about tour group packages. But you got some interesting. Okay, in defense of the question that I agree is shit. You could talk a little bit about just like trying to like make the most of a holiday. You got a little conversation about holidays as a whole, about like what you want out of a holiday and stuff like that. But
oh my lord, I can't.
Okay,
no,
wow.
I can't.
No, okay. You know what? Fine. We'll go. I'll hit the button again. This is unheard of. We're gonna. Okay, a more classical conversation.
Okay.
If you could call up anyone in the world and have a 1 hour conversation, who are you going to call?
I have lots of people I'd want to call.
What? One person.
Hi. Who would yours be? You start.
Why do I? No, you're the one with apparently the 50,000 people you want to chat to. Like, and you're the one who made me veto the previous question. I was raring to go about bloody tour guide packages, and now you're like, oh no, now new topic. You have to chat about this. No, you go first.
Yeah, well, it depends on my mood. I think is the best way to describe it. If I'm feeling sassy, then I would want to waste someone's time. Someone really, really horrible.
Really? Like, this is not the direction that I thought you would go with this. Is the fact that, like, I just want to talk to a bad person
and just waste their time. Like, but a really busy bad person.
There's one thing about bad people is they do run a tight ship. They're busy individuals.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of effort to maintain a certain level of evilness.
Yeah. Like, I would love to talk to Jeffrey Bezos.
Nice.
About something completely mundane. Because to be fair, actually, no, maybe I don't want to talk about, like, because he's going to make his money regardless, isn't he?
Yeah.
I want to.
It's like the idea of like you want to like use that hour of time to prevent them from doing evil, but when it comes to capitalism, their system is already set up that
they're always going to win. They're always going to win.
What about like have a chat with an executioner for an hour,
or chat to, like, I'm going to get political. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can't stop you.
Chat to Boris Johnson for an hour. Talk to him as if he's talking to the press and just kind of go
okay,
0 points.
Okay, yeah,
zero progress in the conversation.
But I can't imagine a conversation more insufferable. Like I don't know, just like the sort of like the blithering nature of Boris Johnson. I feel like you would come
outblither him.
No, you would come. Catherine, you can't. You would come away from that so disheartened, and like there would be that thing of like, there, I've just wasted an hour of Boris Johnson's time, and then you're like, shit, that man's our prime minister. What the?
But like, I think I could outblither him. Like,
no, you can't, because you can't talk about tour guides, tour guide packages. You need to be able to...
I can if it's just noises, because that's essentially the gist of what he does. Just kind of like, or did you see the other day where it was just like a prolonged period of time of just silence because he lost his place in his speech? And I mean, frankly, I feel a bit bad for him there, because
it's a bad feeling.
That's a horrible feeling.
I must admit, I do feel like I could definitely sit well in Parliament, because you do just need to hear that
noise.
Yeah, it would be.
Do you know that order guy?
Bacall. Yeah.
Is it Bacall?
Bacall.
Order.
I must admit, yeah, it's easy to kind of like look at like our political system, at least like the pageantry of it, and just think like, what the fuck?
And do you know what? Imagine being paid for that job.
I think, that's what I mean. It's like, I think what I like and don't like, but it's the way they use the English language is so scuffed. This right honourable gentleman, and the kind of like the hoops in which, I don't know.
The titles and
the titles and the like saying much but saying little, or kind of like, again, hiding behind kind of like such, I don't know, archaic language. I would honestly just appreciate more people if they just came on and just like, it's scuffed. It's major.
Yeah. Like, have you seen that video of the Queen where they were like, does it bother you that you're getting old? And she just flat out goes, nah. Like, not even a no, she just goes, nah.
I mean, in fairness, like, I think, didn't it come out like with like Prince Harry and like Prince Philip that the Queen reenacted? Was it Bo Selector or not Bo Selector?
Oh,
Ali G.
Ali G, yeah.
That's the thing.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
So,
also, we've got. The pageantry doesn't need to be there.
We've got so off topic.
Have you noticed that I tried to do that?
You just wanted to, like, why don't you want to talk about the one person you want?
No, there are people. There's loads of people I'd want to talk to. Is this only people who are living, or is this living or dead?
It says call up anyone. I imagine, again, if you would call up a dead person, they probably wouldn't answer.
No, you know what I mean, though. Like,
listen,
if you could talk to anybody,
if someone hands you a phone and is like, you can call anyone, and you try and use that one call calling a dead person, that's on you.
That's on me. Yeah, that's on me.
I was gonna say, there's a funny joke that floats about, which is like the idea of like, there's people like who has like, oh, I have like an entrepreneur attitude, or like, oh, I'm such a go-getter, or like, if you gave me the offer of £1 million or an hour to chat with Jay-Z, I would take the hour with Jay-Z because I would learn 2 million's worth of I don't know why that joke always like comes around, and I
have never heard of that in my life.
I think it's just one YouTuber that I watch that says it often. But yeah, no, I can't understand that sort of nonsense. It's like, I feel like you can definitely learn. Again, I've had we're doing a podcast right now. I mean, the nature of just having conversation with people, I do find moderately entertaining, depending on the individual.
Well, I don't talk to you now unless we
have to record it, otherwise not.
What's the point of the conversation?
Yeah, if it can't be recorded, and like, I mean, we don't monetize these in any way, shape, or form, but my life has to contribute to content. I don't understand. Yeah, I need to, be part of the machine.
If it's not on the internet, did it even happen?
I think. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you and answer it myself.
Okay.
I like, someone I would really like to speak to is there's a D&D designer called Christopher Perkins, he's just a funny man, in terms of like literally quite funny, and also like he was again been part of like writing D&D for years, used to be part of like the Dragon like magazine. But yeah, I just like to chat to them and like pick their brains. Again, tangentially, I mean, this is on the same channel on which like I do my D&D podcast.
Of course, yeah.
So it's pretty much I'm kind of working my way through like chatting to cool people on that side of things.
Yeah.
Outside of D&D, I do have so I have like a developer man crush.
Oh.
On someone called was it Mike Bithell, who has made a bunch of really cool games that I just like their games. And I would like to have, and I have actually spoken to them in person after like a conference, that classic kind of like post-conference pub. Which was nice.
Amazing.
Who else though?
This is what I mean. It depends on the field. Like if it was like I went straight down the like sassy route, but actually even within those two fields, there's two separate people who are high up on your list.
Okay, so out of all the people you could chat to, one where you're not trying to waste their time, someone you actively want to talk to, actually have a conversation.
Okay, right. So right now I'm really into like listening to music. So I would love to talk to Adele.
Really?
Just because Adele just seems like a lovely person.
I think Adele has always kind of come across as quite down to earth.
Yeah, and I just think it'd be a funny hour.
Yeah.
Like, I just think it'd be a really entertaining like chat, and just I'll come away feeling like a warm hug. Yeah. So musically, I'd like to talk to her. I have always had this thing. So philosophically, I love the books of A.C. Grayling.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's such a person. He's so cool. His brain holds all the information, and I would like my brain to do that, but I'd need to have my brain do that before I spoke to him, because when I speak to him, I'd want to download the information.
Crack that egg.
Yeah, but he's a lecturer. So I know one of my past students, when she went to university, she said, "Oh, he's a lecturer for the course that I'm going on," and I was so jealous. Yeah, so jealous. And at the time, I'm like, I'm really happy for you, but at the same time, I was like, oh, it's unfair.
So what is their particular, like, I guess I was about to call it, brand of philosophy?
It's a tricky one, because he is very good at summarizing a range of different philosophical concepts, and particularly so he's got a series of books which is the form of things, or like it's words are failing me now, but
is it like the sort of like is it metabolical philosophy? I suppose it's it's like metaphysics. Sorry,
metaphysics is some of what he does, but it's more than that, because he will take a topic within philosophy and basically summarize what everyone else has said about it. And that's kind of what I love about him, is that he's not
the literature review of philosophy.
I suppose, and he also contributes his own things, obviously, but it's just great to see. And he's also very good at debating. I've seen a couple of debates that he's done. Very good at articulating his points, which you'd imagine he would be, but
I guess,
so for philosophically it'd be that. There's so many so many different like routes you can go down with
I'm trying to mirror what you've said, so I'm trying to think of like music people that I would like to chat to, and I'm trying to think of like what I've been listening to like most recently, but then it's like, I don't know. It's more the case of like I definitely kind of like enjoy music, but I guess it's just that kind of like enjoyment, not necessarily the like, because I don't know what I would chat to about musician other than the act of like creating music, and that itself isn't something that I'm good at or interested. I have no musical talent, so it feels like it would be like a wasted hour to be like, how'd you play Hot Cross Buns on a recorder? or whatever it is.
I love that you went to Hot Cross. That's like the classic on the recorder, isn't it?
I vaguely remember. I thought I used to play recorder. I know I used to play guitar, and then I tried to play drums. I kind of sucked at both.
Well, like the recorder is like the gateway instrument into all the others, isn't it? Everyone starts on the recorder.
It's just a little tube with holes in it. But yeah, I guess. But okay, so what about if we keep working our way through like culture then? Any particular film people?
Oh, yes. I would love to talk.
Yeah.
I can't pick. I'm trying to pick. I would love to talk to Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. Imagine just riveting.
No, there wouldn't be. I'd be too flustered to talk to him. Probably, I'd be like, "Oh,
because it's funny." A similar vein. I was going to say like Ryan Reynolds, but in kind of interviews and stuff like that, he comes across as like so sharp and witty that I don't know if it would be much of like
you would just crumble.
It's I don't know if I can keep that pace.
Yeah.
Trying to think as well. There's no. I mean, yeah.
What about TV?
I don't really watch TV. That's the thing.
So I love Grey's.
What's oh, we've lost you.
This is Dad.
Oh,
hang on, I'm gonna decline Dad.
Yeah, there you go. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Dad.
Unbelievable. This is unprofessional. Jeez.
I'm sorry. He just wants to have a chat.
No, I'm professional on Dad's behalf. You're all right.
Oh dear, bless him.
But you were going to say TV.
Yeah, TV. So I love watching Grey's Anatomy. So in terms of a director, I would love to talk to Shonda Rhimes and just ask her why she does that to us. Because emotionally,
who hurt you?
Like emotionally, it is a roller coaster. And now I've just started watching her spin-off, which was Station 19. And that is also an emotional roller coaster. And I've been watching Bridgerton, which is another show that she does. And that is an emotional roller coaster. I just want to know if she's okay. And also, how do those ideas come into your head?
So are they the kind of like principal like scriptwriter or director or what's?
She's like I don't know. She runs the show, so I don't. She must be like. In fact,
I guess it always varies because like sometimes when like shows are like early in their inception, it's like the showrunner's kind of running everything, and then obviously like something as Grey's Anatomy has been going along. I'm sure there's like they're at that point where they're greenlighting certain episodes.
Well, do you watch Grey's Anatomy? Have you ever seen it?
No, I mean, okay.
Because,
the only episodes I've seen are like the ones that like are on when you and Mum are watching it. And
I actually know the exact moment that Michael Jackson died because it coincided with a big death in Grey's Anatomy. And I'm still like, even now, I'm still a little bit hurt with Mum about it. Like, I haven't forgiven her.
The thing I find. Oh no! Sorry, I know you go. You go ahead.
No, I'm mid-flow.
Yeah.
So literally, it was the scene where. So spoilers.
What? I'm sure all the
this
raving
is seasons ago.
Yeah.
So George O'Malley had like been like, "Bye guys, I'm going off to do this, that, and the other," and like he was hit by a bus.
No,
but nobody knew that it was him because he was like mangled. So he is trying to tell all the doctors that it's him, and like he's trying to write because he can't hold a pen, so he's trying to like on the doctor's hand like draw, because they called him 007 because he was bad at his job and he kept killing people, so he was a doctor that was licensed to kill.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he wasn't that bad. He was a good doctor. So he was trying to draw 007 on the doctor's hand, and Meredith Grey was going, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, I don't know. And then as she's going, oh my god, and you're starting to click who it is, Mum comes downstairs and like, Michael Jackson's dead, and then turns it over to watch the news. I was so angry.
Just because you were so in that moment, and then
because and also someone in real life dying, don't get me wrong, that's really sad, but like emotionally I was so caught up in that moment that all I could do was cry, and Mum was like, oh, I didn't know you cared about Michael Jackson. And I was like, I don't.
right now so I think the problem I have with like Grey's, it falls into that like soap opera thing of like just escalation, because didn't they have a helicopter crash? Plane crash a boat crash. Has there been a bomb threat?
Shooter in the hospital. There's been loads of stuff.
That's what I mean. I feel like at some point they're just like, we've done everything. With like Grey's Anatomy in space is probably next. Have they been in space yet?
No, I don't think they have.
Okay, that keep it grounded in some level.
It's mostly in Seattle, to be fair. That's where they've set majority of it.
So yeah, comparatively to that, I was thinking of I had to use a Google. Edgar Wright, who directed, was it all like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, as well as like Baby Driver.
Yeah.
I like their style of directing. I've really kind of enjoyed their films, and they kind of I've watched like some. They also did most importantly they did Scott. I think they did Scott Pilgrim.
Oh really? Oh, that's a good film.
Edgar Wright, Scott. Yeah. And that's why. So I basically I had a week where I didn't have Wi-Fi in my house. And the only form of entertainment I had was a DVD of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So I just watched that.
How many times did you watch it?
Too many. Like just too many times. And then watching it again with like the commentary version as well. Yeah, it's kind of nice to kind of be able to get that kind of like insight behind like, you know, the director and kind of I love stuff like, and that like it kind of makes me think, because I've got quite a few of the books that are made by the filmmakers behind Harry Potter. Mm-hmm.
And it tells you about like the costume design and like the set design. I love like that insight, that little, you know, little peek behind the curtain that you can get to kind of be like, oh
yeah, kind of bring everything together.
Yeah, and same with Game of Thrones. Can you imagine like understanding how that came to be and how that sort of made its way into the way that we see it today?
I think the one of the problems I guess I have with like this question is like when it comes to like creatives, particularly as like writers or like directors and stuff like that, we are kind of like in a day and age where oh geez. Some tickle in my throat.
Oh no.
We're at like a day and age where honestly, like they go to conventions, they have panels where they kind
I suppose it's out
there. I'm trying to think of like conversation with people where you just don't have that level of.
That's why I said if you could talk to people living or dead, because if you could go like and somehow this was a way of talking to someone who was dead. They didn't have that back then. That kind of like.
What's go on then? Hit us with what kind of corpse you want to chat to?
I'd love to talk to really influential people who perhaps. So Rosa Parks comes to mind.
Yeah.
Because you know she put up with so much, and I would love to get her insight into what that experience was really like.
Yeah.
And you know, did she know that what she started and that kind of thing? I think that would be quite nice. Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of? Did you watch that episode of Doctor Who?
Oh, the one with Van Gogh?
Where they bring Van Gogh to the Van Gogh Museum and that.
Yeah.
I would love conversations like that where you could literally talk to someone and be like, do you know how amazing you are and how people still talk about you today? Like that incredible. Yeah. I think I'd love to be that person to someone that says to them, look at what you've done. Look at like, be the Doctor Who in the situation.
This isn't just a phone call now. This is like a FaceTime where you can like.
You can done over chat. But I suppose over chat you'll be like, yeah, all right, I don't believe.
Yeah, you're gone.
Prove it. Going in. Prove it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely like that ability to like people who are maybe like very much like, you know, like underappreciated of their time, and it isn't until like years after that you see the, you know, the consequences of, you know, the stress that they went through, or, you know, the cost of their invention. What is it? You could be like, what was it? Hey, Socrates. Plato's like stealing all your shit.
Well, I think he knew because he didn't write, and Plato could write.
Oh shit!
So from word go, Socrates was like, "Well, okay."
I wonder if there's ever point of like, are you writing? Stop that! Like, stop writing what I'm saying. You're writing stop it! I'm trying to talk here. Stop writing every word I say. There you go. There's a little bit of philosopher humor for the people listening. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I think Socrates would be infuriating to talk to.
Yeah,
because that was kind of his whole play.
He made that his persona of just being.
Yeah, if you spoke to him, he'd be like, "What do you know?" And you go, "Oh, well, I know this." And he's like, "No, you don't. I'm going to prove it." Like,
you don't know shit.
Like, that was his thing. That was his thing.
Yeah.
So I think even like if you go in knowing that that's who he is, like I would trip up. Like, and I'd like to know. I know in my philosophy, but I would 100% trip up, and then I'd go away being like, "Oh, Socrates, like the greatest philosopher of all time, made fun of me, and now I feel bad."
Yeah, I do like the idea of like you go into these conversations expecting it to be like civil, and then 10 minutes in, like they are like what are you, like some kind of little bitch? Like you use your one phone call to talk to me like through time and space.
Oh, who's that philosopher? Is it Diogenes? Who
like show me a man, and or like I'll give you chicken. Didn't he also live in like a bucket?
He lived in a bucket, but also he was not he would also do things purposely shocking, even for the time. So he would, just wee or poo wherever he wanted to, or wee on people who wouldn't have a problem doing that.
It's quite a stance. I think to kind of, again, when you bring up kind of like shock value, I think they'll definitely like it's a weird tangent, but when it like I think I would like to chat to like some comedians, just because I think it would be generally like a good time. James A. Caster, I'd like to have a little now with.
Yeah.
Bo Burnham, I think would be pretty cool to chat with.
I'd love to know what's going through his head right now.
I think
because obviously he's just been nominated for. So he got a Grammy and now he's nominated for an Emmy, or is it the other way around?
I don't keep up to date with the.
I don't know, but like I can't remember which way around. But he's got one award already, and it's looking likely to get the second one.
I mean, yeah, very very kind of well deserved.
Yeah, 100%. And but actually, when you think about the sort of nature of what he was saying, is that what he perhaps wanted? I don't know.
Also, again, in the kind of nature of like their shows being very much like it's tough being kind of I guess an introverted person in a very extroverted career
world,
and stuff like that. I think the last thing is like, you have to chat with this you now have to talk to this random person that you don't know.
Well, that's it. And then I think celebrities probably find that quite a lot anyway, because people feel almost entitled to come and talk to people.
Yeah. It's that weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, and people feel like they can just sort of go, "Oh yeah, I know you," and you're like, Like, I thought, what was it? I was watching, I think it was Mila Kunis the other day. It's a really old interview, and it was about how when she walks down the street, like random people just tell her to shut up, Meg, and she's just sort of like, okay. So,
which it's a weird facet of their life now, which again is like because like it's a weird one. I think like it's a weird thing of like now there's this weird angle of the question of like I don't really want to be a nuisance to anyone, so maybe I will just call her like a dead person.
Talk to someone who actually wants to be spoken to as well, because if there's any, unless I'm doing it purposely to be annoying.
Because my only assumption is that again on the other end of the phone there is someone with a gun be like, you have to now spend the minutes out trying to listen.
But then it's not that's no good. It's not a genuine conversation. That's a force. That's what I found. I did a meet and greet ages ago where I saw oh my god, what's his name? Brain is not working today.
Just describe what
he's Professor Flitwick from Harry Potter.
Warwick Davis.
Yes, that's his name. So, and he was lovely. He made like time to talk to every single person. It was signing a photo, but I was very much aware that it's a very sort of manufactured situation.
I mean you definitely like put on like a face and a kind of like
there's only so much you can say in such a short space of time, so you're basically having that sort of like that low level nicety of sort of like, oh, how are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I've done this, and yeah, and then it's like time's up, off you go.
Yeah.
So it's you only sort of, it's very surface level, and I think that would do my head in, like, because small talk is the worst.
Yeah. I'm Katherine Whitby. I only have big talk. Don't come to me with your small talk bullshit.
But no, small talk is the worst though. Like, because I get
the idea of not only just small talk, but small talk again
perpetual.
and again.
Yeah. And do you know what? I get stuck in a loop. Like, I bumped into someone the other week and they were like, oh, like, I see, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm great. How are you? And then they were like, yeah, good, you. And I was like, yeah, I'm good, you. And like, we got stuck in a loop.
Yeah, there's no escape.
We did. I just, yeah, I can't do small talk.
Let it go for a second. And then... There you go.
I like it.
Yeah, there you go. I'm quite proud of my quite proud of my. I'm Katherine Whitby. I haven't got time for big talk. Dude, I think you should get like big talk Whitby. I think that's got some legs. So.
What's happened to your microphone all of a sudden?
Oh no, has it?
What's happened? Like, you are booming. Like, you are shouting in my ears right now, and I'm frankly not about it.
So basically,
oh, it's like you're inside my head.
Oh
like,
no. Has that done anything?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hello? Is that? Oh.
You sound like you're really deep into a tunnel.
So I think what's happened is, as Zoom was recording, I'm just going to have to keep talking. I'm sorry. It detected that I was playing music, and maybe we can't have a timer anymore.
I hate this. I hate it.
There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can. I really. Hello? Yeah, I'm just gonna have.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Is it all done?
You're back. I hope that picks up on the recording, because oh my god, you sounded brilliant.
I really feel sorry for the people listening, because suddenly they're just
that
like,
was horrible.
The one thing we hope from audio podcast is not to hurt the ears of the people listening. Hopefully this is something I can maybe fix in post, depending on how things go.
No, don't fix it. Leave it.
Okay. Well, thank you. That makes my job easier. What way to end? We're done. I think.
Yeah, cool.
We've no one else we want to chat to. We're done. No small talk.
Yeah.
Just big talk.
Just big talk.
So going forward, no more timer. Fuck the timer. It ruins things. This is why we
ruins everything.
I let it go for too long. I was vibing too much.
Yeah, that's it. Now we're paying the consequences. So yeah.